Breaking news, Benjamin Sesko has decided to stay at RB Leipzig, right? So, for what we know, before we get into all of that, please smash the like button as it's very, very important. The thumbs up and whatnot. Get that done and it will be absolutely delightful. But other than that, let's get straight into it because, Fabrizio Romano just dropped an absolute bomber, right? You had Manchester United, we had Chelsea, and we also had Arsenal chasing the guy, offering him all proposals and all sorts of projects for the guy to hopefully be convinced that he will come to the club and do big things. But he has decided to stay at RB Leipzig, which in theory, is probably the best thing for his career, in my opinion. His development as well. RB Leipzig, is a great outfit, great club, great for developing young stars, up and coming and whatnot. So it probably is for the best for his career, in my opinion. And the Premier League might be a little bit too soon for the guy to be someone's main number 9, let alone someone's option rotating off the bench. But if we go into straight what's been said with all of this, Fabrizio Romano said exactly this word for word. He said, exclusive, Benjamin Sesko has decided to stay at RB Leipzig and sign a new contract on improved terms. Decision made for the talented striker, similar to what Haaland decided back in the days at Borussia Dortmund. Sesko will stay at Leipzig with a new gentleman agreement for future exit. So clubs that are coming in for him right now, it will be a lot easier to convince the guy to even leave Leipzig. And that's probably preferably going to be next year. For a guy that scored, I believe 14 Bundesliga goals as well. He's a great talented striker. He's very fast, very tall. He's got a hell of a finish on him. But do let me know in the comments if you are disappointed at this decision, because no wonder why. If I dive into the Arsenal situation a little bit for what it was going to offer Benjamin Sesko, like we all knew that he was going to be a rotation option with Havertz. Sometimes he could play off the left. And, with Mikel Arteta's way of playing, transition could have suited Sesko a lot. But when you deep it, Arsenal probably need someone that's not just potential package. Maybe they need someone that's a little bit more proven, hence the Dominic Solanke links, the 65 million. You've also got the Julian Alvarez as well. And on that notice, I think this is the best course of action for even Arsenal. Maybe not so much Chelsea, maybe not so much Manchester United. But in Arsenal's current situation, I feel they need something a little bit more proven. Not to say Solanke's absolutely proven in today's day and age, but he had a crack of a season, and he was at Bournemouth out of all clubs, and they had that probably to my knowledge, their best finish last year. I think he scored 19 Premier League goals, and I think he can improve on something like that. You've also got the Osman chase is still there, and I'm not too sure Arsenal want to spend all that money that Napoli are demanding, which is severely crazy. I don't think they want to be forking out 100. I think it's 120 million euros is now what it is, but I believe from what I saw was something around 80 million that Arsenal are willing to offer. But if Napoli reject that, then so be it. The team that is absolutely chasing Lukaku. But the Chelsea situation now, of course, they need a number 9. They need someone to rotate with Jackson if they even view Jackson as their number 9. That's one thing. But I thought Sesko was quite the profile for Maresca. If we're going off of Maresca's way of playing, right? He had Patson Daka and also Jamie Vardy, who's still at the club. And the way he was playing with his high number 8s and stuff, a little bit similar to Ten Hag, the way he wants. But the difference is he doesn't want to hold up, man. He wants a guy that runs in behind, feeding off of course, other players, through balls and whatnot and what so. And I thought, Chelsea, a project that's on the up with a lot of young talent, especially with the Cole Palmer. You got the Michael Elise's linked as well. I think he would have been very, really good for them. Not saying he would not have been really good for Arsenal, because he would have been, of course, but for the development of that project, it kind of seems something that was a little bit more fitting on that notice, if you really wanted to go down that route. Obviously, Arsenal was any player's best option because they are the best team bar Manchester City in the Premier League. So yeah, and then when you dive over to the Manchester United side of things, it's a shit show. No other words to put into this. It's just that it's a shit show. And he would come in and would be battling for a place with Højlund, because I don't see him getting deployed off the left. I don't see. Maybe sometimes you might see him playing with a Højlund, but you've got two similar players in a way where they like to run the channels. The only difference is I think Højlund's a bit more of a poacher in the box. Sesko likes to hang it in and around the box, but they like to drift off and then of course make their movements there. Try to see Hoyland be a target man type of striker, like under Ten Hag, but that ultimately failed, didn't it? So, but yeah, Sesko, this is definitely the best decision. It's a huge update. And yeah, best of to his career. But next year, I wonder how much he might cost. I wonder what this gentleman's agreement really is. I do wonder what the details are. And you know what? It might be perfect for someone like Chelsea, and also I would say Arsenal as well. Because if let's say, because we've seen Arteta be ruthless before, we've seen it. Chelsea can be ruthless in selling their players too, right? So if Arsenal go and get someone who, and Chelsea go and get someone a little bit more proven, maybe than Ivan Toney's of the world, not trying to say him, whoever made Dominic Solanke, even next year, even might see Arsenal going for someone like Alexander Isak if they don't get him this year, which I doubt now. But on that notice, you bring in someone now. The whole point next year, you can bring in Sesko next year. Let's say he's new and improved. His potential. You can really see if his potential really thrives, and then of course you can put in a similar offer, and I'm pretty sure it will be accepted at this point because of this gentleman's agreement. So all to the best of him. But yeah, like this is huge. I do wonder who Arsenal and Chelsea and even Manchester United are going to now target, because he's chosen none of them. I'm quite surprised with the Ivan Toney thing, how no one's going in for him. But who do you guys think that Arsenal should go and get? Who do you guys think Chelsea should go and get? And even if you don't, even Manchester United, I think they need something a lot more proven, because since they got a young striker. But Chelsea and Arsenal seem to be going for the same type of players these days. And it's absolutely mind-boggling. Like, so it's like the recruitments are sharing data and sharing information to see who they want. Maybe it's something a little bit too similar. And of course, there's the Alvarez links as well. Funny enough, both clubs are monitoring Alvarez's situation, and I'm pretty sure he would be a good outfit. But then again, saying that, I've heard that Manchester City don't want to do any more business with Arsenal. I don't know how true that is, right? But if that's the case, now they really see Arsenal as that rival. They already done the business with Jesus and Zinchenko. You'd think, it would be easier business to get done. But then again, Pep Guardiola, I remember him ridiculing the thought of selling anyone to not selling to rivals, because he believes he's the best, which he is the best, to be fair. But Chelsea, Julian Alvarez, I can see the money being splashed right there. A little bit of a wayward, but this is just absolutely open a can of worms for the transfer market, which opens this Friday, I believe. And then on that note, it's just like, who's Arsenal going to go in for? People need to realize that pre-season starts in the next 30 days, 34 days now, I believe. Some first game, some in and around. So, and there's a lot of business to be done. But big up Benjamin Sesko, every single time, because I just feel like he's made the right decision there. You lot might disagree with me, but I believe he has definitely made that decision, which is best for his course. But yeah, guys, smash the like button and 100% subscribe if you're new. Hopefully we get a lot more breaking news come this way, because we ain't had much yet. This is probably the actual first major update in this actual in its time in June for the transfer market. But yeah, big up, smash the like, and yeah, we'll be back